Good morning, everybody. This is Miss Big Stallings and her son. Say your name.
Amma.
So this morning we're going to do the potato enzyme lab. And what we're looking for is to see the effective temperature on the enzyme catalase. Now what catalase does is it breaks down the byproduct of cellular respiration, which is H2O2, better known as hydrogen peroxide. So if you ever seen hydrogen peroxide, I know when I was younger, or when these young men might hurt himself and he has a little scrape, I'll pour it on there and it'll form like these bubbles. So what those bubbles actually are is the hydrogen peroxide is poison, and your body actually produces the poison. However, our bodies are so amazing that we have an enzyme that will take the poison from cellular respiration and break it down into water and oxygen, which our cells can utilize. So today we have some potatoes, which Ahmad is going to point out. Ahmad, point to the potatoes. Very good. And we have, they're all at room temperature. So what we're going to do, we have a glass of ice. Ahmad's going to take a potato and put it into the glass of ice. Take your potato, put it in the glass of ice. Swish it around.
Do what?
Okay. Okay, we'll just do it like that, okay? Like that, okay? And then I have a glass of boiling hot water, which I'm going to keep away from my mouth. So I'll put it right here, okay? So I'll take my potato, this potato that we cut earlier, and put it into the boiling water. So the goal is to figure out how temperature affects the rate of reaction of catalase. So we have one at room temperature, which Ahmad is
going to... cold.
It's cold. Okay, don't put it on your face. Show the camera this one is at room temperature, okay, which is a normal temperature. Now we have a potato that's in boiling hot water and another one that's in ice, okay? So we'll see how the temperature affects how well the catalase is going to work, okay? So how do we do that? We have our hydrogen peroxide and a medicine dropper. And what I did was I just made a paper here that has control, hot water, and cold water, okay, for our potato. So, excuse the knife, but I'll use this. So I'll put my control. This is what the potato will do under normal conditions, okay? Under normal conditions. This is what the potato will do and what the catalase can do under normal conditions. Next, I'll take the potato in the hot water, and as you can see, the steam is still coming from it, okay? And I will put it where the title says hot water. Can you see that? Control hot water, okay? And next, I'm going to take the potato that says cold water. And what we have to look for is
also cold.
Okay, so what we have to look for is actually the number of bubbles produced, if any. So if bubbles are produced, that means that the enzyme catalase is working. If bubbles are not produced, that means either the enzyme catalase has been denatured. Okay, I had to think on that word. It had to be denatured, which is it changed the active site of the enzyme, no longer allowing it to work. Or if it slows their bubbles, but they move very slowly. That means that the temperature has affected it, but it affected the catalase, the enzyme. However, it is still working, just working very slowly. So we can relate it to us. When you have a high temperature, what happens? Okay, so what is the effect on your enzymes when you have a fever? What's the effect on your enzymes if you are in a situation where you're really cold and you are out in the elements for a long time? And how does that affect your enzymes? And we know that enzymes help speed up chemical reactions. So without further ado, because Marty is getting tired, I am going to take some hydrogen peroxide. If some comes out, hold on. I'm glad I'm in my kitchen so I could just use a bowl or something. Pour some in this Elmo bowl. Okay. And we're going to look for bubbles. And even if you might not see it, we'll wait for Ahmad's reaction. So Ahmad, put this on the control, push it down, and tell me what you see. Right on the control. Okay, right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Okay, good.
Water.
All right. Water, good. Do you see any bubbles? Look closely.
No.
You don't see any bubbles? There's bubbles really there. Ah, let me see. Okay, so you might be able to see a little white stuff. I don't know if you can see it.
Wait, let me show.
It's like a little foam. You see that? This is the one under normal conditions. Okay. We have to move on.
See, that's not it.
Okay, so put it down. Next, here's the hot water. Do this one. Go ahead, push.
Got it. And I can't see.
Okay. So hot water, I'll pick this one up. Give it a second. So hot water. There's no bubbles.
I see 2 bubbles right here.
Yeah, but there's no bubbles compared to this one. You can see a little foam there in the control group. But this one, hot water, no bubbles. And finally, we'll do the cold water. Ahmad, go ahead and do that.
Okay. Don't help.
Okay, so hurry up. All right. Ooh, it farted. And here's the cold water. Okay, so the cold water
doesn't have bubbles.
Does not have bubbles. Okay, it looks like it does, but it does not. Okay, so I'll compare the cold water to the normal or control room temperature, and you'll see cold water, nothing, and bubbles on the normal control group. Okay, and that is the end of our lesson on enzymes reaction when temperature is changed. Okay, that's the Potato Lab, and we're gonna say goodbye. Say bye-bye.